How's it going, everybody? So we're going to continue on in Acts, and this time, like we said, we're going to go ahead and stay in the King James, which is what we were in when we finished last time. It just read better when it comes to what we're reading, which is Saul getting the call, and then of course his name will change to Paul. And the men which journeyed with him stood speechless, hearing a voice, but seeing no man. And Saul arose from the earth, and when his eyes were opened, he saw no man. But they led him by the hand and brought him into Damascus. And again, this is always called, if you ever wanted to search it, because Acts 9, you might not remember. I used to get it confused with Acts 11. Because something is in Acts 11. I can't remember what it was, but it's Paul's conversion on the road to Damascus is the best way to search it, because that's what's taking place, right? And he was 3 days without sight, neither did he eat or drink anything. And there was a certain disciple, so he's going through a fasting process that the Lord made him go through. And there was a certain disciple at Damascus named Ananias. And to him said the Lord in a vision, Ananias. And he said, Behold, I am here, Lord. And the Lord said unto Ananias, Arise, go into the street, which is called Straight, and inquire in the house of Judas for one called Saul of Tarsus. For behold, he prayeth, and he hath seen in a vision a man named Ananias coming in, and putting his hand on him, that he might receive his sight. Then Ananias answered, Lord, I have heard of many things of this man, how much evil he have done to your saints at Jerusalem. Because, again, Paul, before the Lord called him, was a straight up bounty hunter, killing sheep. And here have the authority from the chief priest to bind all that call on thy name. Describing what he was doing, binding them in chains, that he had the authority of the chief priest. But the Lord said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me, to bear my name before the Gentiles and kings and the children of Israel. For I will show him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake. And he did. Paul, of course, thrown in jail, so on and so forth. Lived a hard, tough life as one of the Lord's disciples or apostles. Even though he did not walk with Jesus, he does consider himself an apostle. And unto the angel of the church of Sardis write, These things saith he that hath the 7 spirits of God, Jesus, and the 7 stars, Jesus. I know thy works, and thou hast a name, that thou livest and art dead. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain, that are ready to die, for I have not found thy works perfect before God. Remember, therefore, how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee. Thou hast a few names, even in Sardis, which have not defiled their garments, and they shall walk with me in white, for they are worthy. He that overcometh, and all sheep will, the same shall be clothed in white raiment, and I will not blot out his name out of the book of life. If you're in the book of life, then that's established from before the foundation of the world. And there's those whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. And that's Revelation 17:8 that states that one. But I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. So if I were to open up Revelation 17:8. Whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. And at judgment in Revelation 20, of course, there is the books being opened. And they too are from before the foundation of the world, that was established. Ephesians 1:4-5, for he has chosen us in him, therefore your name was written in the book of life, before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Jesus Christ to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. By the way, did I read the end? He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the church. Love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here.